Bonjour. Today's class is on Passe composé. Passe composé is the past tense. But unlike in English, in French, past tense is a compound tense. That is, it is formed from two verbs. So if you see here in the board, we know that it is formed from the present tense of the verb avoir or être, plus we have the participe passé. Now the present tense of avoir and être we will see next. That is, the present tense of avoir or être, avoir is j'ai, that is, j'ai means to have, tu as is you have, il ou elle a is he or she has, nous avons is we have, vous avez, you have, ils ont, elles ont, they have in masculine and feminine plural. Now we have être. Être means to be. So je suis is I am, tu es, you are, il est, elle est, he or she is, nous sommes, we are, vous êtes, you are, ils sont, elles sont is they are in masculine and feminine plural. Okay, so this passé composé is formed from the present tense of these auxiliary verbs, that is the helping verbs. So now we will see how to form the participe passé. So for the regular verbs, we have a format to form the participe passé. That is, as you know, there are three types of verbs. We have the ER verbs, that is the first group verbs. We have the IR verbs, the second group verbs, and the RE verbs, that is the third group verbs. So for the first group verbs, the ER will be removed and you will add E accent. For example, parler becomes parler with a E accent. Okay, so parler means to speak. And here we have IR verbs. So you remove the IR and add just I. So we have the example finir. Finir is to finish. It becomes fini. Okay. And RE verbs, you remove the RE and add U. For example, vendre becomes vendu. Vendre means to sell. Okay. So these are the regular participe passé verbs. Now we'll see the irregular participe passé verbs. That is the verbs that don't follow the normal regular rule. Okay, so these are the list of verbs that are irregular. So we have venir. Venir means to come, and we have the participe passé venu. So we have tenir. Tenir means to hold. Tenu. Devoir means must. It becomes due. And pouvoir means can. It becomes pew. Vouloir is want, to want or to wish. It becomes voulu. Lire means to read. It becomes lu. Boire is to drink. It becomes bu. Attendre is to wait. It becomes attendu. And then we have entendre. It becomes entendu. Entendre means to hear. Courir is to run. It becomes couru. Répondre is to respond. It becomes répondu. Faire is to do or to make. It becomes fait. Dire is to say. It becomes dit. Écrire means to write. It becomes écrit. Conduire is to drive. It becomes conduit. Avoir, it becomes you, that is to have. Être is to be. It becomes été. So these are the irregular verbs, that is the verbs that don't follow the normal rule. Next we will see which are the verbs that are conjugated with avoir and which are the verbs that are conjugated with être. Okay, so most of the verbs in French are conjugated with avoir. There are very few verbs that are conjugated with être. So we have formed a name, that is Dr. Mrs. Wondertramp. So from these, each alphabet, we form a verb. That is D stands for devenir. That is, devenir is to become. So the participe passé is devenu. Then we have revenir. It becomes revenue. Revenir means to come again. Monter means to climb. It becomes monter. Rester is to remain. It becomes rester. Sortir is to go out. It becomes sorti. Passer means here passer can mean to pass by as well as to spend. Okay, so when it means to pass by, it is conjugated with etre, and when the meaning is to spend, it is conjugated with avoir. And then we have venir, that is, the participe is venue, venir means to come, and aller, the participe is aller, that is to go. Then we have naître, naître is to be born, that is né is the participe, descendre, descendu, to descend, entrer, to enter, entrer, rentrer is to come back, rentrer, e accent, tomber is to fall, tomber, retourner is to return, it is retourner, arriver is to arrive, it is arriver, mourir is to die, mort, and partir is to leave, it becomes parti. So if you see, most of the verbs are the opposites. Like we have naître, mourir, they are opposites. Then we have monter and descendre, which are opposites. Aller and venir, that are opposites. So most of the verbs are opposites. So these are the verbs that are conjugated with etre. Along with these verbs, we also have the reflexive verbs, that is, the verbs beginning with se. Okay? So all these verbs, along with the reflexive verbs, are conjugated with etre. All the other verbs are conjugated with avoir. Okay? So now one more thing you have to remember about verbs conjugated with etre are, it has agreement, that is accord. Accord means, that is, if it is masculine, what form to use, if it is feminine, what form to use, this is called accord. So here we see, if it is masculine singular, we don't add anything to the participe passé. But if it is feminine singular, we add a e to the participe passé. And if it is masculine plural, we add a s. If it is feminine plural, we add a es. So if you see the example, it will be more clear. We have Jean est venu, that is Jean has come. So because Jean is masculine singular, we don't add anything to the participe passé. Mes parents sont venus, my parents came. So here it is masculine plural. So masculine plural, we add a s to the participe passé. Then we have Marie est venue, that is Mary came. So Marie is feminine singular. So as we saw in the table, we add a e to the participe passé. And if it is feminine plural, like mes sœurs sont venues, that is my sisters came. So we add es to the participe passé. So now we'll see some exercises on these rules. So first we'll see il dash partir très tard. So first we have to see whether it is a verb conjugated with etre or avoir. So as we learnt today, the verb partir is a verb conjugated with etre. So when il is used with il, the conjugation of etre in the present tense will be est. Il est and the participe passé is parti. So the answer will be il est parti très tard. That is, he left very late. Now, the second one is Lucie dash manger toutes les crêpes. Lucie dash manger is to eat. All the crêpes is pancakes. So here we see the verb manger is a verb that does not come in the list of etre verbs. So it's a verb conjugated with avoir. So the answer will be Lucie a mangé because Lucie is third person singular. Now the third one is nous dash aller à la piscine ce matin. That is, we dash go to the piscine, a swimming pool, this morning. So the verb aller is a verb that comes in our etre list and it's a verb conjugated with etre. So we should remember that if it's a verb conjugated with etre, there should be agreement. So the answer will be nous sommes allés, and allés with an S because it is nous. Nous is plural. We. Okay. So the next one is vous dash se lever à 6 heures. You get up at 6 o'clock. So it is a reflexive verb. So remember, a reflexive verb is also one of the verbs conjugated with être. So, it's a verb with se. Okay, se lever. So, the answer will be vous vous êtes levé. So, levé comes with a S because vous is plural. Now, fifth one is elle dash descendre l'escalier. They dash descend the stairs. So, here descendre is also a verb conjugated with être. So, the answer is elles sont descendues. So, elle is feminine plural. So, es is added to the participe. Okay, so hope it is clear. Merci.